Hi, Stampers and Crafters.
It's Stamp and Scoop in the evening hours.
Woo! Yeah, we're trying out a new time. So it is, it's Eastern time for us. And so it's 7 p.m. And we hope that we're catching some of you out there. And I know we get some different time zones when we try different times. So that's always fun. And we have...
Instead of ducking out in the middle of work.
Yeah, I know. And we might get that too. Especially
That's
those,
true.
who are on the other side of the world.
Yep.
Maybe. But, or we might be somebody's... up in the middle of the night. I don't know. We'll see. But we're excited to have you guys here. We have a live show today. We are going to be doing the Stampin' Up! Country Inn Suite. We're going to share the full suite with you.
Countryside Inn.
Thank you.
I'm like,
huh? What did I say? Country Inn Suite?
Yeah, Countryside.
Yeah, okay. Countryside Inn Suite. Thank you. Right. You know what? I have oh my gosh, this stupid computer. It's going to be the death of me. It really is going to be the death of me.
It's going to be interesting today because the computer's like, challenge accepted. Do you think you got this?
Yeah, you think you got everything all set? We'll take care of that.
You know.
I was just saying, I can hear the computer and its evil laughter. You think you got everything all set. All right, so Country Inn Suite, and this is what it is here. Countryside Inn Suite. Countryside Inn Suite.
We've now jinxed her. She's going to call it Countryside.
Yeah, I might say that for the rest of the show. So, because we're live, and we are live in a lot of places. We try to reach you where you want to be. So we are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, on Stamp with Tami, and on Crafty Stampin'. So we're in a lot of different places. Wherever you like to do your social, we are trying to be there.
Yep, and wherever you're scrolling.
Replays will be on Pinterest and on our blogs as well.
Yes.
So are we color coordinated today, Sharon?
We kind of got the black and blues.
Yeah. And she doesn't mean in a Bruce kind of way. So because we're live, we have Joan. There we go. Joan's. We're just gonna. There we go. Surprise! Joan's the winner. So she won our last. Joan. She won our last episode. And for this one, oh my God, it's just not gonna. This is not gonna work out for me today.
Oh no!
This computer is just going to be the death of me. All right, so let's go back to Joan. Let's talk about Joan for a minute. Joan won our last Stamp and Scoop show, which was the
episode 160, where we were showing off our haul, I believe.
Yep.
And
catalog haul, and that was a new catalog.
Yep. This is the new host set in the catalog, or one of them, Night of Flight. And so, Joan, if you just go to either Crafty Stampin' or Stamp with Tami and fill out the form, we will get that to you. And because now we have a new episode, Tami's trying desperately to get the right screen to come up. So
all right, so this is what we're going to be doing today. But wait, here,
there's
the giveaway. Woo!
So
it's a good one too.
Is the Timeless Arrangements. It is a stamp set and die, so it is a bundle. And to join this, all you need to do is leave a comment in any one of the original locations.
Wendy's catching us at work. Told you we get some
still
people at work.
Yep. Leave a comment. Tell us what you liked about the
yay!
Countryside.
Joan's out there. Congrats,
Yay!
Joan!
Love when they are watching and see their name pop up. And if you share this video to any social media platform, then come back here and type the word shared with a D as a comment. We will add you to a second entry to the drawing for this timeless arrangement. And we will pull that next week on June 15th.
Yeah, we'll be back in a week. So we went from... not
like a month.
A month because of trips and different things going on to boom, boom, boom. We're here all the time. Stamp and Scoop.
Oh, Tyra, it's her first time watching a live.
Yay, Tyra. Thanks for joining us today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button.
In the 90s. It is not in the 90s here in New England.
It's cold. It's cold, it's rainy, and it's supposed to be that way for the rest of the week. Mm-hmm. But, what ifs. Because we're going to be stamping. That's one thing about
gives you a reason to stay
inside and stamp. All right, so one more thing, and we will circle back to this a little bit later.
Yay!
The deadline for the June Paper Pumpkin Kit is Saturday. So this Saturday, June 10th. And this Paper Pumpkin Kit actually coordinates with the suite that we're going to be showing you today.
So
the title of this video says Carousel Horse Bun. Oh, great. Oh, boy. Thanks, Susan. Thanks. We will be sharing some Carousel Horse today, but...
Oh, yeah. effortless
Is that what it says?
projects you can make with the carousel horse.
Alrighty, well that just
There
makes
we go.
my
There's
day.
our day.
That
wrapped
just
up.
makes my day right there. All right, so okay, not to be teasing you with that. I promise we'll fix it after. But we are actually sharing Countryside Inn, but there will be some carousel horse in there, so it's not completely off. It's just.
How's the sad thing is she did it, and then I
too many things.
didn't even. I proofread it. And I didn't even notice it. So there you go.
All right, but that makes me mad. Okay, so back to
the welcome in. All right, so this is the paper pumpkin kit that you need to subscribe by this Saturday to get your hands on it. And it has a special add-on of a die. And I know as of like 3 days ago, those dies were still available. So make sure you subscribe. Subscribe with either Tami at Stamp with Tami or myself with Crafty Stampin'. And you'll also get 6 or 7 alternate videos if you sign up with either of us with our PPX crew. And you don't want to miss those.
Yes, and if you're on my mailing list.
No, you gotta.
If you're on my email list, you accidentally got all of those free this month. So
now you know why you need to join.
You have a taste of what we do every month. So,
a week.
Little bonus. I know, it has definitely been a technology week for me. All right, and it's going to continue on rolling here with this video. So hopefully, if the worst that happens is the title is wrong and the screens don't show up, I think we can handle it, right? As long as the stamping goes well.
There you go.
That matters.
There you go.
So this
so
is
excited for the carousel.
Excellent.
Oh,
excellent. I'm glad you're excited for the carousel.
We hope we convince you to really enjoy the Countryside Inn too.
Anywho, yeah. So there will be, I promise, a carousel horse will make an appearance somewhere in this video. But what we meant to say, if I wasn't going so quickly and doing too many things at once, was that it's the Countryside Inn today. And it is a beautiful, beautiful suite. So we'll start by sharing this with you, and then we'll share some samples. And I promise carousel horse will make an appearance.
So being that this is a suite, that means it has multiple items. So we're starting off with the stamp set. This is Countryside Corners. And the one thing to note with this, it is one stamp. So it's multiple layers. It will show off what you can do with it. But it is one single, kind of like a background stamp, one stamp. We then have coordinating Countryside Inn dies. This is why. The Countryside Inn dies. Everyone's watching for laughs. You're getting them today.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to provide all you need for the
Oh, wait a minute. Countryside Corners. Maybe that's... You are
It
right.
is supposed to be Countryside.
It's Countryside Corners.
But I didn't... It's a Countryside
Corners dies, yeah. On the Countryside Inn.
If you type in Countryside in our online store, all of this will come up. Oh my god.
So these are the dies and they match.
So Courtney says that one big stamp intimidates me. Well, we're going to share some really cool tips for this one big stamp. At first, I know you look at it and you're like, what am I going to do with that? Well, wait until you see some ideas that we have for you with this. I think it's going to blow your mind.
I think so too. So here is, here it is stamped.
Laurel says, best live ever. And we're only getting started. Who knows what this computer has in store for us.
And we've had no evening cocktails.
I can't even blame it on the computer. Honestly, half of that was just my bad.
So here are, if you line up all the dies, these are what you can get.
Look what she did.
Look at this.
She's already got them cut
and
out.
so any sort of combination you want, you can create between that one stamp set and all these dies. And then they have one little label die. But this is how they coordinate, and wait till you see the examples of it. But. Also, it comes with
It's Countryside Blossoms.
Countryside Blossoms.
I actually have a name. Correct. Correct.
So, I don't know if you can see. This is the pattern of this embossing folder. It is a regular folder. It is not a 3D.
Colleen was going to ask if we were drinking. She's like, is it happy hour?
We have not got into happy hour yet.
No, we're stone cold sober. This is just natural. Who's in Disney?
I'm jealous.
Lucky girl.
I'm very, very jealous.
And Amy's having a really good day today. She just got her welcome kit and catalog, so that's pretty awesome.
So that's a good day. So you got the paper? So we're going to go through the paper, and then I'm going to show you another little trick.
You have the paper. Yes. So the paper is pretty awesome. Not gonna lie, it's and you're gonna see it in a lot of samples.
Yes.
We have over 50 samples to share with you today, and you're gonna see a lot of the paper being used. So you're gonna just see how awesome it is. Now I'm gonna turn this because our bunny is sideways.
It's got bunnies.
Yes, he is super cute, right? Can you see the bunny? It's almost like one of those I Spies when you look at it at first. And this is a great neutral background. But not
All of them are.
But just because
they are so versatile.
So we
Wait
got
till you
prints
see.
on one side and like just backgrounds and plain patterns on the back. And we are always having too much fun.
Yes.
Linda. But I will have to say tonight, I know we're testing out a new time zone. And as far as mistakes go,
Does anybody knows there a full moon?
I hit jackpot.
Are we working with that too?
I don't even think we can blame it on that. Oh, good grief. And this one, we're going to share something really cool.
Do you want to do that
this
now?
one? Sure. Bring it out.
All right.
Bring
So
it out.
remember I showed you the pattern on the folder. Hold on, let me come back. You see the pattern on the folder. Does it look familiar? Well, it exactly, I got to turn it this way, exactly lines up. Let me see.
You have to cut the top.
You have to cut the top. Mine, actually, oddly, you don't need to cut the
Does
top.
it? No.
No, mine
Try it
didn't.
again then. Maybe it's
What
the
if
other
I do
way.
this way. Here we go. Yes.
There it is.
Yes.
All right. So
it lines up exactly. And she has an example that you can see it. But these are an exact
so you
match.
can emboss the designer
which is
series
really cool.
paper, right?
Wait till you see it.
Kathy's just watching us
This
for the
one's yours.
entertainment. You're going to get it tonight.
Yeah, it's a drinking game.
Tell we've already started,
Yeah.
right? For everyone else.
Right, when something goes wrong.
So little foxes on this one.
What did the fox say? The folder is beautiful,
Did the
Terry. It's
carousel
gorgeous.
horse say? Oh, good times. Good times. I'm glad I have a carousel horse to deliver. I would really be up the creek after advertising it. All right, so those are the papers. They are absolutely gorgeous and they look awesome on the projects. So
I'm going to see like tons and tons of projects.
yeah,
Okay.
it's time for some inspiration. It's fun time.
Okay.
Well, it's always fun time.
So I'm starting off with a daisy.
I was going to zoom in on the screen, but I have the wrong.
Uh-oh.
Whatever. We're just having fun with this.
Yeah.
Right?
So
How about
daisy, did you say, Lynn? The thing with this, I think these are like your next basic like nesting of to make your. I don't even know the right word. But it's like a basic now of your card. Is it that it's just got these lovely nesting dies to really make your card. Here it is. So we got the gorgeous embossing folder on the background and the paper. And then just use whatever else you have. There's so many great options. This one I love because they put some ink on it on the night of navy. So it really pops. So pretty.
Focal point.
Yeah.
It says focal point.
It matches quite a few of the ribbons we have.
Yeah.
And
the blues. It looks really nice.
Dots.
Blue.
Yep.
And the Night of Navy bordered ribbon looks really nice with it too.
And here's another one with the embossing folder and then two of the different papers. Really pretty. I love this one. So this one's really quite cool.
I like that one
and
too.
Then nice.
I love that stamp set.
Yeah. And then, kind of opens this way. So kind of cool. But again, the back side of the paper makes a great basic if you want for the back. For the background.
I'm rubbing off.
I'm rubbing off. So here's another one, embossing folder, and then just two different of the papers in the different sizes of the nesting die. Isn't that pretty? Here's another one.
Aw, thanks, Tiffany.
Kind of does like
hit that thumbs up button. Thank you.
Like the triptych. So it's got just three different panels, and again the embossing folder around the back. I told you, so when Tammy's like, let's do the Countryside Inn. I'm like, great. And I have them all in a file by the name of the stamp set. I had one. I'm like,
Because the stamp set pairs with other stamp sets.
So all of them I have in my file under other different things. I had to go through my entire file system I have of all my swaps. But in this one, you can see they put rhinestones, little gems on each flower.
I like it.
Isn't that pretty?
It does. It's that little special something.
Yep. Here's another one. I love this idea with just a little swoosh of a different paper across the middle. So pretty.
And I like the different, there's three different patterns of paper working together on that one.
Yeah, and here's another one where you get the banner, and this one kind of opens a little.
I like that.
Little shy of the going all the way to the edge.
On the side.
So the inside is available. Here's another one. It just uses that little strip of the paper. Everything else is from some other collection, but it's Love Night of Navy. You know me. If you've been around for a while.
Amy's got 3 different baby boy showers to go to. This paper will be good. And I actually have some baby shower ideas later on.
She really does.
Right next to the carousel horse.
All right, look how cute this is.
Whoop. Ooh.
Hold on.
Whoop. Ooh. Whoop. Wow.
Isn't that kind of cool?
I like that a lot.
Now this one,
I might have to case this one. Yeah. That's a cool, really cool one.
It's just I used to use it as the label die. You can see I put the little dancing cheetah in it, but it's just it's they're great basic.
These dies
labels
are so I use them on everything now. I feel like they're quickly becoming a staple in my collection.
Yeah. So here's where I use this one's mine. I use the label just as the label, and then here someone said, "Oh, I'm going to use the labels." But I'm going to also add that big little stamp with it as well. This one's kind of fun because it does. It's a little
we got
easel
a little easel on there.
And
nice.
A cutie. More that really just show off the variant papers and a little more of the gems. Another fun one. Really, really cool. There's another one. Life is better when you're crafting. Oh, yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. Here's one. It uses it kind of like a window.
I like it.
And then behind the window is the embossing folder.
I like the way
Isn't
they
that
did
pretty?
that.
And I love
that's a cool idea.
The blue with the copper ribbon. And then the copper's in here.
Yeah.
Really pretty. Wow. Here's another one.
Details on that one.
Yeah. Again, they stamped and then just cut out bigger ones. So you get several of the stamps. Rings for instead of cutting them each individually, just chose one but kept them in for the background. Here's another one, just a bunch of layers, and then
this is an excellent design for your scraps.
Yeah,
you get asked that a lot. What to do with those paper scraps? Because you don't want to throw them out.
No, right? God no.
You got to save every valuable scrap. So this is a great way to use it.
Perfect. Here's another one, a different color.
I like
using the embossing folder, and now use every other one, but they put the one they didn't use on the inside. Isn't that kind of cool?
Sneaky.
Yeah,
I like it.
Like that, like a little different. This one's kind of fun. It's kind of like
that's
that.
Another fun fold there.
Yeah.
I like that one too. Got a little peekaboo in there, so you got the words on the back.
Yeah, and the colors, these blues are just pretty.
Yeah, they really are. It's a great suite.
Yep. Oh, see, I was trying to keep track of what. I'm like, where is this greeting from?
I know, because we get, when we're doing swap cards, someone inevitably asks, where did you get that greeting? And then we're
I don't know.
Rifling through the catalog. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah. So this is a swap I did, and I was trying to do a nautical theme because we had some nautical stuff. Perfect paper for a nautical theme. Love it. Here's another swap I did. Again, I just used... It's a great base for your layering of greetings and such. Beautiful paper with the foxes.
Fox. There he is.
So cute. Here's a simple one. These were in no order, by the way.
Got the die and the nice background.
And then one last one, and we're back to some daisies. But again, just a nice way to... Oops, things are falling apart now.
Glass is going down. I'm going to grab them, too. I'm going to need them for the stamping.
To layer some of the different papers with the different dies. So was that enough sample ideas? Wait to see what she makes.
There's more. There's more. All right, so these are just some that I made specifically for the show, and I will have tutorials for these coming up.
That looks really cool.
This is a window card, and I stacked these. So what I did was I cut the window out, but I stacked from large to small the dies there just to give it a little something. And this next couple I want to share with you, just talking about that. This is a Z fold here, but we're just talking about things that you can do with that big stamp, right? So you've got one big stamp, and it can be intimidating. That is, I mean, definitely I understand that. And then I got this idea, and this
Boing.
one was cased from Michaela Tetheridge. This was artisan. Yeah, and beautiful. So you see, this was part of this. So I cut these two together. They stamped them together, cut them, and made 2 cards out of it, and used 2 borders. But wait, the last one, I cut this. This came out of the middle.
Oh.
So all 3 of these pieces came from that one.
So instead of cutting every one, you cut like every other one.
Yep. And made different.
Look at that. What
and made
cool
different pieces out of the one. So there's 3. And this one here is from Bottled Happiness. That's
real pretty
beautiful,
with all those blues.
Yeah, and I love it. I love that. The blue one, blue and blue. We've got a little Z fold going on here.
Oh, Courtney says it looks like a stadium. It does. That is what it looks like, a stadium with the rising seats.
And this was party crackers. I did a lot of party crackers over the holidays. I custom made this box, and I will have instructions for it coming on the blog this week. And then this is the party cracker die. We sell a die that makes these. So I made a box that fits 4 of them perfectly. Makes a great gift. But the paper looks awesome on it. And again, used that one stamp, and then I was able to get 3 different tags on it. And then here I've got 2 different blue ribbons.
Ooh.
So I've got some Night of Navy, and then I've got some boho blue on that one.
Cool.
And this one is one that I had shared previously. This is from a previous class that I did. So I have instructions for this on the blog now. This is a diagonal joy fold card. And you'll see this, right, cut from the dies. And I'm going to share how I did this today. So stay tuned. A couple more minutes, I promise. Just hang tight. Hang tight. At the same time, or maybe slightly after, I promise I'm going to share horses too. If you're not watching from the beginning, you're probably like, what you talking about, and why and why am I not seeing horses?
We're viewing the countryside in sweet, going against what the title of this video says.
I know.
And you're watching it later and going, no, it clearly says countryside because we've gone in and
I know. If you're watching on the replay, it probably already was fixed. But if you're watching us live and wondering why we don't have carousel horses, it's because I'm an idiot.
And I didn't catch it.
So this, and I want to hold it way up there so you can see, this was embossed with the folder. So remember we shared the paper in the beginning, and we shared how this paper matches the embossing folder. So I embossed it. It's kind of fun, right? So we've got an embossed design there. And then these 2 panels here, I embossed to match. So
it's all in the same pattern.
It's all the same pattern all the way up.
Nice.
And then I made a box. And I will have instructions for all of these coming up on the blog. And then we've got some, I think this is Night of Navy braided. Oh, Misty Moonlight braided ribbon.
That's a new one. That one's really pretty.
Yeah. I mean, the blues all look so nice with it. Yeah. All right, one more, and then I'm going to do some stamping. This last one is from the Hope and Prayer stamp set. And this one got a little belly band. We got that braided ribbon. I've used the dies for that. And then, wait for it.
Ooh!
Little pop-up explosion inside, right? Right? That's just all kinds of happy in this card. So this is a nice little pop-up explosion card. Again, I'll have instructions coming up over the next week, so stay tuned for that.
Super cute.
So those are some, but let's do some stamping. Okay, so the first part of my stamping I'm going to do with the Share a Milkshake, which you're going to be like, what the heck? That has nothing to do with Countryside Inn or Carousel Horses. All right, so the Share a Milkshake, this is what I'm going to pair with. And I'm going to share some really cool techniques. Actually, this one's kind of packed full of techniques, this particular card. But the first thing I want to do is I'm going to share a quick little kind of stamping technique. And this is a pretty basic stamping technique. I've got Coastal Cabana ink and Fresh Freesia ink.
And Perfect yummy ice cream colors.
I know, right? And for those of you who said it was super, super hot there where you are today, this is a perfect stamp set for you. Share a Milkshake. Kind of fun, right? And then I'm going to take, these are the Subtles collection of Stampin' Write markers.
These are our water-based markers.
Yep, these are water-based, and this is really important. These are not the Stampin' Blends. We have 2 different types of markers. Stampin' Blends are alcohol markers, And we have the Stampin' Rights, which are water-based. And it needs to be water-based to do the technique I'm about to do because the alcohol is going to dry out.
Don't think you can do the same technique with the alcohol without like rubbing alcohol. Do not do it.
So I'm going to ink up my first stamp, and now I'm going to use some scrap paper, maybe. If I left it somewhere. Yep, I hid it. It's okay. I hid it underneath all of my pile of stuff. It's like the crafter math going on after the show, where there's just stuff everywhere. Okay, so I'm inking this in Fresh Freesia. So I've got Fresh Freesia on there. Now I'm taking Highland Heather, which is another light purple in our color family, but slightly different shade of purple than the Freesia. So it's going to create two different colors on here. Now I'm coloring on here. It's really hard to see on the clear stamp.
Where like the sprinkles
are. Just kind of coloring the top edge there where the sprinkles are. And then I'm going to take our Stampin'. This is our Stampin' Spritzer. It's full of water. And let's move this out of the way for just a second. We'll protect that. And I'm going to do a little spritz here. Just a little one. Just to kind of make it a little moist. Moist is fun to say, right? Then I'm going to stamp it. So I did all that before stamping. And it gives us a really cool... To me, it looked like ice cream. You know, we got a couple different swirly flavors of ice cream on there, all melted in together. And then I've got the smaller scoop in that stamp set. There's a big scoop and a small scoop. And I've got Coastal Cabana that I just inked it up in Coastal Cabana ink. And now I'm taking Lost Lagoon. Ooh. And it's funny because normally these two colors together I probably wouldn't pair. But where I was going for ice cream and multicolors, I was like, oh, this is fun. They look fun together. And to me, they look like bubblegum ice cream or something fun that you would do.
Oh, I love bubblegum ice cream.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you're done. You got this big wad of bubblegum after.
In there.
And when you're done, you've got this, see the multicolors.
Looks like frothy bubbles on a shake. Yes, so it does, doesn't it?
Yeah. And so it would also look good if you were doing the, like making a fountain drink out of that. There's, you know, like a straw here that you can put on.
I want ice cream.
Then I went and took the dies from that stamp set and look at the magic of video. What? I went ahead and die cut all of these little pieces. So I die cut these two pieces that we just stamped. And I die cut, there is a waffle cone in here. Little waffle cone of cherry. The spoon I die cut out of the holographic paper. Ooh. So it's like silvery holographic. And I've got a little cherry here and a little top. Now, I took a sponge dauber and some pecan pie ink and sponged the edges of this to give it a little bit of, just a little bit of pop. And I might do the same exact thing with this cherry. Just really quickly, because, I don't know, I like to give it a little something, something. So I'm going to just take a sponge dauber, just go around the edge, just the edge. I don't need to do the stem, and I'll tell you why.
Just a little dimension. Well, now I get hiccups.
All right. So we've got a little bit of sponging. I don't know if you can see that so well on the video. And then I'm taking the black Stampin' Right marker, and I'm just going to color the stem. There is a stamp for the cherry that you can stamp and then cut out too, if you wanted to do that too, but I decided to do it this way. Okay.
I'm with Rose. Now I need ice cream.
Right? Is it making you hungry? So then what I'm going to do is take these and build a little ice cream. So we're going to build that. I'm going to stick this underneath. Scoops. Yep. So we've got 2 scoops of fun ice cream. I'm going to just use some seal adhesive. There is a spot in that ice cream already cut for the spoon.
Is that in the die?
It is. It's part of the die.
I don't one of the few dies I don't have.
It's part of the die. That. And then I've got some chocolate sauce that I'm going to put on top and a cherry. Okay, and we're just going to pretend that I just attached all that together. All right, so now I'm going to put that little ice cream aside. Now that I've got you all hungry and you all want an ice cream, you're welcome. All right, so now through the magic of video, move my little crafter math back here out of the way so nobody gets in an accident. I hate that accident. We're going to take those countryside dies and I'm going to cut all but this little teeny strip there out of Fresh Freesia and out of Coastal Cabana. So we're pretty much just nested them all at once and cut a piece of fresh freesia, nested them all at once, and cut a piece of Coastal Cabana. So we have them
So you
all
only
cut.
did one run through the
one
big
run
shot
through
with each
all
color.
all those cuts.
There you go.
All right, so now we're gonna put that aside, and now I'm gonna share something really cool. So I've got 4 1/4 by 11 piece of cardstock folded in half. I'm gonna take the largest countryside die, and now, no magic. Well, it's all magical, but you're actually gonna see it happen. I'm going to
real time.
Yeah, in real time. I'm actually going to cut this one with a die cut machine because I want to share how I did the fold.
Try not to lose everything on the
guys,
floor over
right?
here. Hold on.
So
coming in hot.
Thanks, Linda. It's always fun to stamp with friends, right? Okay, so I've got the fold right here. So the fold end is here. I'm going to take and line this up so that the blade of the left side where the fold is just over that fold, just a hair over that fold. All right, so it's not on the paper, it's not on the fold, it's just over it. I don't want to be too far over it like that, and I definitely don't want to be like this, because if you do that, you're going to cut 2 dies. You're not going to get a fold. So let's see if I can do this. All right, I'm going to run that through, so we've got a folded piece in there.
Did it work?
Okay. We will be calling that back in a minute. For now. Woo! So the magic to doing this fold was taking that edge and just sliding it off. So I had it already folded. The edge of the die went off. So that's where the magic of that happened. And that was, and I'm going to call it back out here if I can find it really easily. Remember how I said I would show you how I did this? That's exactly how I did this. I used a slightly smaller of the countryside end dies to do that one. All right, so now I'm going to bring back that love and feeling. Oh, it's one of those days. And I don't know.
Things just kind of go.
Silicone mat. I know.
Get away.
You know what? This is when we come on later. I think this is something we need to take into account. It gets
silliness.
Silly. It gets silly. And
I think they'll argue that we're silly all the time. So
I think that is probably true. All right, somewhere I have a silicone mat, and I swear I'm gonna find it as soon as this episode is over. So in the meantime, hopefully I just don't get things all dunked up. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna take it doesn't matter which side you use, but once you put this adhesive on one side, it's going to be the front. So I think I'm going to go ahead. I really need my silicone mat.
What the
heck did I do with it? There it is. I see it. It's hiding.
It's hiding.
Woo-hoo. Okay.
Way in the back.
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
So you're just putting Stampin' Seal just kind of all over the front.
Pretty much over the whole entire front of this little folded piece of.
So it's good and sticky.
And then, and this is going to make 2 or more cards out of the dies, I'm going to nest from largest to smallest, and I'm just going to line this up before I press it down. The first one you do is going to be the most important, and then after that they'll all pretty much go in easy. So you just want to kind of make sure that it lines up. And then I'm going to go one smaller from the Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to nest in different
It's
colors.
like such an 80s color tone.
I love it. I love it. And it's totally coming back.
It is.
It's totally coming back. And I love it because as an 80s child, oops, wrong one. I want the one a size bigger. As an 80s child, I loved all of this. So I've been waiting a long time for the 80s to really make a good comeback. I'm still waiting for big hair to come back. Because, you know, I had big hair.
I have big hair without trying. I think that one's the right one.
That's it. All right. And I'm going to stop there. Because I'm going to a lot of techniques on this one. All right. So what I've done here is I've got this little fold. We've got our alternating, and now we can do another one with the alternate colors, or we can do a different card. You can decide after you see the rest of my samples. Because I got more. After this, I got more. And we are going to take from these countryside dads the smallest rectangle. All right.
Come back.
Ready for it.
There we go.
So I'm going to put this, I'm going to line this up with that center right there.
Oh, look at you.
And I guess we're going to go this way. Otherwise my arm's going to be in the way when I turn it. My arm's still going to be in the way.
Fancy, fancy, fancy.
All right. There you go. And that is going to cut out a little window in the front of our card.
In the perfect spot.
Right.
Because you did it last.
Right.
Wow.
Love it. And then we're going to take some words. I'm going to take the word celebrate from the stamp set. Now here you want to be very careful.
Come on. Celebrate.
I'm going to stamp right through this hole. And so I don't want to make sure I don't have any ink on the sides or the edges there because that'll ruin everything. And then it's just... All right. Perfect. Excellent. So we're celebrating.
Nice.
We're celebrating. And now that is a little window. And it's like its own little card, right? Its own little card. It's got a little window. It's super cute. And then I'm going to go ahead and I've pre-done this through the magic of video. I've pre-cut a card base here, full-size card base here. Put the embossed it with the embossing folder. And then we'll go ahead and attach this to it. So this is the 2-in-1. 2-in-1
I did not see
I don't
this
know.
coming.
I'm sure there is another name for this, but I'm just calling it 2-in-1 because it's kind of 2-in-1. All right, so we've got 1, 2.
Look at that.
2 cards. So we've got a little window on the front. All right, and then
there's more.
Wait for it. What? There's that ice cream that we made at the beginning.
So
all right.
cute.
So, and this particular one that I had already made, I did it a front, but I kind of like it better with the side flap, with the landscape. All right, so the other thing I wanted to share with you really quickly was the Wink of Stella. And I don't know if that's going to, it shows up a little bit on the video there. I've got some like flecks of Wink of Stella on there.
Flick it?
Yes. So, flick it good. Flick it real good.
Bum, bum, bum. That's 90s, not 80s. Listen, can we find what she's looking for?
Wink of Stella. Wink of Stella. So I'm squeezing a lot of Wink of Stella, right? So I'm going to squeeze it until it comes like it dribbles.
Pouring out?
Yeah, until it dribbles out. This one's almost done.
Uh-oh.
I hope I have enough in there to do this. Come on. You can do it.
You need to have always multiple Wink of Stellas around.
You can never have enough.
No.
Come on, just one more. Just one more. Oh, there
like
it goes.
Best
there it goes,
thing.
there it goes.
Let's stick glitter in a pen.
Right? And then it doesn't come off. That's okay there. So I've got a little blob. I've got a little blob of it right there. Perfect. And I probably want another scrap paper. I have a feeling
it's going to get messy in here.
I'm going to get a little messy.
All right. But it's going to be a good messy. It's sparkle.
Right? You can't go wrong with this. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up some of that and tap it around the back. And that is going to give the flecks of shimmer. And then I found if you want to really make the whole thing shimmery, you can do this. And that gives it a subtle, not flecky, subtle. So you can do a little bit of both.
And she's wearing now.
And now I'm wearing it, which is better than the black rubber cement I was wearing earlier on my hands. And then you've got your flecks in there. And so that's how I did that. And then I added some iridescent ice. Iridescent ice is glitter. Iridescent. Iridescent. Are they? No. Yes. Iridescent rhinestones. Yes, you're right. You're right.
Iridescent pearl and iridescent rhinestones. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I do have a free PDF for that. Linda and I both have a free PDF for this on our blogs. But wait, there's more. We don't just have this one. There's more. So.
We got that horse over there yet,
Timmy?
Timmy?
The horse is coming. I promise the horse is coming. That horse I advertised. So the first one is from the Build a Milkshake. So that's the one. And then I went ahead and had some fun, and I made this lemonade with the So Refreshing bundle.
Refreshing drink.
And so that one's got a little lemonade. We got a 2-in-1 there. So got a little,
That's so cute.
I love it. Love it. Very summery. And then I've got some cheerful daisies. And I'm going to tell you something about Cheerful Daisies. I know somebody said earlier this was their favorite. Okay, so open. I definitely, and you guys can decide, but I definitely like this fold better than this fold. I mean, I had already made these before I thought about doing it landscape, but I like this better. I'm sorry, I like this one better. I like the landscape better.
They both go the same way.
Right. So
this is then a challenge.
These are my prototypes.
These
are my prototypes. So I made this with the Cheerful Daisies bundle, but the colors were all the leftovers from the other cards that I made. So I had cut, these are just one cut of all the dies at once. And then when I was done making these cards, and a couple more I'm going to share in a second, I had all these leftover pieces. So I said, ooh, well, let's have some fun with that. So I took the leftover pieces and I made the daisy card. So that's Cheerful Daisies. We've got the So Refreshing. So these are all 2-in-1 cards. And Linda and I both have all instructions for all 3 of these cards up on our blogs. So those are up now.
If I got the time right, yes. I'm terrible when we're in
I will find out later.
Afternoon. It's military time.
So I had promised. I had promised
the baby
card. The baby card. We'll do that first. We'll save the horses for last.
Build up to
those horses.
The promise.
They're killing me today. All right. So if you're tuning in late, you're probably like, I thought we were going to see horses when I came in here. Yeah. So it was the Countryside Inn edition of the Stampin' Scoop show, and unfortunately, anyways, it advertises horses. We won't disappoint, I promise. So this was the baby cards that I had to share. They're from the Little Dreamers.
This is the cutest
bundle.
set.
It's a stamp set and die. So I did the same thing where I, in fact, these 2 I cut bubble bath, and fresh freesia, and then I just swapped them. So it made 2 cards when I did it that way, right? I just swapped them. So every other one is on the other card. And then I took, after I attached it to the white panel on the card, I ran it through after. So it all got embossed at the same time. And then our little guys here, A Star Is Born and a little Baby Love. And I saw earlier we're talking about boys' baby showers. You can definitely change out these colors for boy colors or gender neutral, whatever.
Yeah. So cute.
So those are the baby cards with the Little Dreamers. And the last one.
Does it have a horse?
As promised, it's got a horse. As advertised. Now this one.
It's so cute.
I cut, and I got the background idea from Rachel Tessman. The horse, yes. I changed it up a little bit, but I got the background idea from her. So I had cut a bunch of different ones. And again, had leftover pieces for that one that I used all the leftovers for. I put together one. So one of these. And then I cut it into quarters.
Did you put it on a backing first?
I did put it on a backing first. I did. I made it because it's really hard to work with the clothes pieces if you don't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, save the horse for last. I mean,
We don't disappoint.
No.
You said there would be horses.
I promised the horse I got a horse. And so it's a cool, fun, bright, like retro background on the carousel horse. And these carousel horses are
they're adorable.
They are pretty awesome. I really do love them. So that is the horses as promised and all of the samples. So I will have, again, instructions for the rest of these cards that aren't up yet. The rest over the next week. But so we've got, like I said, after I cut these, then I use the leftover pieces to make these. So again, nothing goes to waste, right? Nothing goes to waste. And then we've got these 2 where we alternated the background of the dies there. And then a whole lot of...
with the paper.
A whole lot of paper. And then I've got where I cut the one and made 3 different tags out of it. And then here where we've got the designer series paper and embossed it with the folder. And so there's a little box. For those of you tuning in late, you're going to want to rewind and see. Linda had a ton of swap card shares. We've got party crackers. I mean,
Over 50,
I can sit here all in all. So definitely, if you tuned in late, make sure you go back and watch the beginning.
It's not horses.
It was supposed to be the Countryside Inn episode, and I accidentally put horses in the. I think what it was I was putting together instructions for that for later this week, and I must have. I don't know what I did, but I must have somehow that ended up. It's just one of those days. It's definitely been one of those episodes too.
Okay.
So I hope you've enjoyed all of these. We've been playing with the Countryside Inn suite from Stampin' Up and all the different cool things that you can do with the suite and the dies. The dies are, I think, quickly becoming a staple in my collection.
Big time.
And a couple of other things. There is a coordinating paper pumpkin kit, which you have to subscribe by Saturday.
Yep. And so if
you're watching this live, it's June 10th.
And it has an add-on. And I actually got the add-on this time. And so here is it's a little pack because it comes in the box. I'm like, what is this little thing? So these are the dies for the paper pumpkin. So you're just going to have to stay tuned and see what Tami and I do with all this stuff for paper pumpkin.
Yeah, so, and if you are subscribers, you know that we do PPX videos.
And if you get her newsletter, you know she does that.
You know that I accidentally...
You got the bonus!
Know that this wasn't the only thing that I accidentally messed up on this week. So you got bonuses from that one. All right, so...
Oh, you got to get the paper!
There's also this Designer Series paper is on sale. And it is 15% off through the month of June. So, I mean, that's just like bonus on top of bonus, right? And online exclusives. I just shared some of the... I was rough, Linda. I did the video without you. It's not the same. You know, we always do our reveal videos, and Linda was away, and I was like, all right, I'm going to fly solo, but it's not the same doing a reveal unboxing without Linda.
Yeah.
But I will share really quickly because this little truck, seriously,
everyone keeps asking me about the truck.
Everyone is asking about the truck, and what we're saying is this truck is not on the pre-order, but there's a darn good chance it's going to be in the online exclusives. Otherwise, they wouldn't have it photographed here.
Right.
They have a lot more products coming than they're sharing right now during the pre-order. It begins on July 6th, and I would say get it quickly.
Yes.
Because we've also learned that sometimes these online exclusives sell out and they're not coming back.
Yep.
So I would say if you love that truck, get on it fast.
Yes.
So Sue, I just did a video sharing how to use the milkshake bits and pieces. Oh my gosh.
You did it.
Rewind. I did. I put all. I mean, I didn't actually put them together, but I did share them and how to stick that little spoon in there.
I didn't know it came with a little spot for the spoon. I'm like, oh, there's something on that one.
Right? I'm here for it. All right, so
this is the time you want to join.
Yeah, you get a bonus, as if it wasn't already an amazing deal, where you get $26 free. You get a bonus $30 free in June. So that's
free shipping. You get a free paper pumpkin kit. It's a good deal, and you don't have to sell. You just get to enjoy time with Tami and I.
She was like, rewind. She's like, where's that video? Rewind. I shared this. I shared how to make this with all the ice cream scoops and the little chocolate sauce and all the how to make that cool little thing and how I did the spoon and all that. So if you rewind, you can catch that. It's some of it. It's some of it. I mean, we might have more in a future date, but there is quite a bit of it there on that one card. Also, the other thing is the paper sale, the 15% off paper sale you can get in the demo kit.
Yep.
So you can get the sale prices, you can get the 30% off and the sale prices.
And
so
you
it's
can
kind
get
of like a win-win-win.
The pre-order of the online exclusive products in your starter kit too. So you can really benefit with that starter kit. And let's see what month are we? We're in June. So you'll be a demonstrator through July, August, September, October. So and if you happen to spend $300 in that time frame,
then you get to stay getting a discount. And then if you join with Linda and I, you become a Stampin' group member, and then you get those PPX videos we were telling you about. You automatically get those free as part of being in our demo group. And we do 2 complete class tutorials a month that our group gets free that they can use for their workshops or just personal use, and a lot of other fun things that
you get the discount.
And you get to be part of Stampin' with us, which I've seen a lot of our Stampin' group out there, and that's kind of fun. I love seeing that. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us on a Thursday evening. This was fun and at different times. So
tell us, did you like the 7 p.m. time frame, East Coast?
East
or
Coast
do you like us at a noon? Or
tell
us what you like.
Testing out new things to see.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I almost forgot to come over. So
it's tough later in the day. It is. It's
we
tough
just gotta get a routine. So
I mean, here I am like doing a repair with black rubber cement right before we went live. I've got it all over my hands, and I'm like, oh right, we're gonna go live in a half an hour, and I've got black hands. I got goop all over my hands.
Yeah.
So Lily says she likes the 7 p.m. All right, so we'll take a little poll, and I'm
going away the end of July, so we'll figure out what we're gonna do. But yeah.
All right. Well, thanks guys, and thanks so much for joining us today.
Bye, all.